You know, we're swimming in artificial intelligence every single day. But have you ever stopped to think about what's actually running the show under the hood? Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on one of the biggest names in the game.
AI can feel a little bit like magic, but it's not. It's all built on some seriously powerful and complex software. So what is the actual technology that powers the recommendations you get, the spam filter in your email, and, well, so much more?
Okay, just think about your day for a second. You're scrolling through social media, and the feed feels like it's reading your mind, right? You search for something online and get spookily relevant results. You snap a photo, and the app serves up the perfect filter. All these little bits of everyday magic, they're all AI, and there's a really good chance they're all being powered by the same incredible technology. So, let's get to it. What is this engine? Well, it's a piece of software that started its life inside Google, but is now in the hands of developers all over the world.
Meet TensorFlow. At its core, it's basically a toolkit, a library, that lets developers build and train machine learning models. But here's the really important part. It's free and open source. So Google built it, but then they just gave it to the world, for anyone to use, to build on, and to make even better.
So, what about that name? TensorFlow? It's not just some random techie buzzword. A tensor is just a fancy math term for a big, multi-dimensional chunk of data. You can kind of think of it like a spreadsheet, but with way more layers. And the flow? Well, that's the system of operations that this data flows through. So TensorFlow is literally about flowing tensors through a bunch of calculations. Simple as that.
And, you know, this didn't just pop up out of nowhere. It actually started way back in 2011 as an internal Google project called Disbelief. Then, in 2015, they polished it up, gave it the new name, and released it to the public. But the really big moment was in 2019 with version 2.0. That's when it became so much easier and more intuitive for pretty much any developer to jump in and start building.
Now, what's really crucial to understand is that TensorFlow isn't just one single program. Nope, it's a whole ecosystem of tools designed to take a machine learning project from an idea all the way to a finished product.
Yeah, think of it less like a single wrench and more like a whole mechanics workshop. It's a complete end-to-end platform. So whether a developer is building a massive AI that's going to run on huge cloud servers or a tiny model that needs to fit on your smartphone, the TensorFlow ecosystem has the right tool for the job.
And this is where it gets really cool. Let's break down some of the key tools. You've got TensorFlow.js, which is wild because it lets AI models run right there in your web browser. Then there's TensorFlow Lite, which is stripped down and optimized to run on smaller things like our phones. And for the huge industrial strength projects, there's TFX, TensorFlow Extended, which helps manage those massive professional workflows from start to finish.
Okay, so we've talked about what it is. Now let's get to the really fun part. Where is it? Where is TensorFlow out there in the wild? I bet you've used some of these literally just today.
All right, remember the old days of Twitter? Your feed was just everything in reverse chronological order, a simple list. Well, TensorFlow is the engine that changed all that. Now it analyzes just a ton of different signals to figure out which tweets are most relevant to you and brings those right to the top. That is a massive shift, and it's all powered by this technology.
But this goes way, way beyond just social media. In healthcare, it's a genuine game changer. GE Healthcare is using it to make MRI scans faster. Google's DermAssist can help spot skin conditions from just a photo. And other companies are using it to classify eye diseases from scans, which could literally save someone's eyesight. I mean, this is incredibly important work.
And the versatility is just amazing. In the world of retail, it's powering personalized shopping recommendations on sites like Carousel. It's behind those cool augmented reality try-on experiences for makeup. And in education, it's even being used to help keep online classrooms safe by automatically filtering out toxic chat messages. It's everywhere. And of course, it's right at the heart of one of the biggest digital products in the history of the world, Google Search. It's a core part of the RankBrain algorithm that helps figure out what you're really asking for to get you the best results. The scale of that is just mind-boggling.
So, okay, we've seen what it is, we've seen what it does, but so what? Why does this actually matter to all of us, even if we're not developers?
Well, it all comes down to this really simple but powerful three-step idea. 1, make it easy to build AI models. 2, let people train those models on their own data. And 3, give them the tools to deploy their creations absolutely anywhere, from a giant data center all the way down to the phone in your pocket.
And that right there, that's the whole point.
By making this platform free and open source, Google basically democratized access to these world-class AI tools. It means a student in a dorm room or a tiny startup has access to the very same fundamental engine that the biggest tech giants on the planet are using.
So this isn't really just about ranking photos or selling more stuff anymore. When you put tools this powerful into the hands of millions of smart, creative people all over the world, the possibilities just explode. The real question isn't just, what can TensorFlow do? The question is, what are we all going to do with it? What are the next big problems we're going to solve?